Hi, welcome to Saanjha, Empowering India Through Sports. Get ready to embark on an incredible journey where we dive into the captivating stories of our athletes, unravel the challenges within India's sports ecosystem, and together, perhaps, find some solutions. Saanjha, meaning that belongs to everyone, represents our shared vision of a community that believes in the transformative power of sports. We firmly believe that when we empower sports at grassroots, India will truly shine. So, fasten your seatbelts as we embark on this exciting adventure, exploring the untold tales and the boundless potential of the Indian sports landscape. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and ignited. This is Saanjha, where the power of sports unites us all. So, I'm happy to say our first ever podcast is with Arif Khan, India's top skier. He's a friend, and his story is our favorite story because that's where it all started for us. Looking forward to the chat. How are you, Arif?
Very well. Good to see you here.
Lovely to see you too. I'm quite impressed by your stories and the stories that you tell us. I wanted to share your dreams and your hopes and your stories with more people, and hence the podcast. So let's start from the start. How did this entire journey towards skiing started for you?
Well, it started in Gulmarg here in Kashmir back in 1996 because my family, my father, he was connected to this sport. He used to be a ski instructor and a ski guide up in a ski resort, Gulmarg. So there it started because in winters we had like school vacations, long school vacations for 3 months.
Correct.
So there was nothing else to do besides snow all around our homes and places at the place we live. So he took me to this sport and trained me for like 5-6 years then since 1996, and then it went on and on.
Oh, that's beautiful. How was it to start that young? Did you feel like he's really pushing you? Because the kids nowadays feel like they're being pushed by the parents a lot. How did you feel around that time, if you remember?
Yeah, it was kind of pretty cold to go out even around the mountain areas. So, but like father is always a father, he would always love to push his kid for a better dream and better future. That's what he did. So I was always every day morning pushed out for 2 hours, 1 hour, and then breaks, and then another 1 hour session. So that's how I was built. My resistance was built on the snow and the mountain area. And this kind of training is always given to a winter sports athlete when he's at young age.
Oh, lovely. And when was the first time that you attended a competition or an event? You entered a competition?
It was 2003. So I actually did some inter sports competitions here in Kashmir from 2001. And for those 2 years, like I trained a bit more hard, 2001, 2002. And in 2003, I started with national championships at sub-junior level. And the place was Oli, Uttarakhand, which is one of the best place for skiing, like in India. So there it started.
Oh, that's lovely. But around that time, Arif, while you were growing up, right, Kashmir has been a place that has been in news for all the wrong reasons. Me being part of JNK, I quite know what all happened there. What was the journey for you while, you were going through this? There was another scenario that was building up on the side or was already built, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you live on a place where it is a long conflict zone or a conflict actually that leaves nothing else to see without like what was going on that time. Uh, well, we had no other option. Like there was like this thing in winters, like to take you to something that you will keep yourself busy at. Otherwise, your minds will actually develop in a way that you would do some mistakes when you grow up. So this was like my family concern that we keep our children away from what was going on. So they didn't let us much to hear about what were going on. But
Mhm.
after, like, let's say like 1996 and 90s was one of the most difficult parts, and it went on till 2005, one of the difficult time period that this conflict had risen so much, and it went every street, every village, every house, even though. But what could have been like our choice was just either to think about the conflict and get involved, or other way, think something that really would like make us overcome of every difficulty that we had faced. And but like I would always say, thanks to God, thanks to parents, and thanks to my school also, that they helped us build up our mentality towards sports, towards education, that did not let us get into the conflict.
That's true. I mean, but were there friends around you that went through difficult times on the other side because they weren't into something that was more productive? Have you seen those stories also? How exactly it
Yes, quite often. To be honest, quite often. Like a lot of people got involved. A lot of people actually like took it as a part of life. They
went?
wanted just to keep fighting and struggle, and this was the only thing they could see, they could hear, and they would think about. So I had some of my friends, like, even I still know people like who actually were helped by other people to overcome up that conflict time, and people used to choose it for their lives.
Hmm.
But then time passes and things changed, and when since the internet started, since the social networking things and other things started, and it quite helped, like, to know, to gain knowledge about what was the reason why
Hmm.
not to take people to sports, to other activities, towards development of life, other rather than like fighting for nothing.
No, it has been a very positive change. I was in Kashmir last year, and I was in Kashmir probably 10 years back. Probably from an outsider's point of view, I do see there's a lot of positive change. I also believe you are one of the role models in Kashmir right now, who's changing. And I've seen it through my eyes. I've seen the young athletes sitting around you and taking inspiration from you, asking for advice. How are you doing that? Is the mentoring still on in Kashmir? Are you mentoring a few?
Yes, I have been really visiting schools, visiting colleges, or other way visiting some villages, even getting people into sports, involved, getting them involved into sports activities like other sports, summer sports activities. Actually, like, people always, they are happy seeing someone who is known by the sports getting involved with them, or showing up with them, or playing with them. So it's kind of like gives them energy, because energy towards a positive development. If you see, like during the conflict time, or let's say a time period between 2008 and 2019, 2017, 18, there was this time period when when there was like certain time in summers that you had to get into the violation, like
Hmm.
you go out, protest, strike, belt stones, whatever was there, like you had to be involved. And getting like out of that scenario, having a dream, thinking about something else, and thinking about becoming a role model towards a higher and a positive development, that's what I did actually. My goal was to achieve something that would show a light, show a way, show a path, that others, that will lead others, like young children, or even the adults, or even the girls also. So this is kind of helping. Like, I have been seeing like a lot of positive discussions, a lot of positive things changing in Kashmir, changing in Jammu and Kashmir, in this part and in my area as well. People take sports now as their profession. Earlier it was so hard, you wouldn't even think of becoming a sportsman, because there was no priority, there was no support towards the sportsmanship. And it was pretty hard until 2020, like, to even get a sport for just go out and play for the country. It was almost impossible. But as I see, like, I continued my journey with the help of friends like you, like Sanja, and other Jindas. Like, this really made me help to show a path to others.
No, I really believe sports is an enabler, right? So taking it as a profession is a huge jump from where we come from, right? Because education is important and it seems to be the only way we can make a good living. Whereas sports also gives you those opportunities. It changes quite a bit within the fabric, social fabric of the society in a very positive way. And people are still to, adapt it in a bigger way. And we hope with you, with Saanjha, we are able to actually educate people on that bit also. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. So tell me, how is it to be an Olympian? Let's get on to the glory part of it. How was it to be an Olympian?
Actually, I would describe it like in one word, like it's a glory within yourself.
Hmm.
Like you work for something all your life and you achieve it, and it remains a mark of respect because you did something for your country, you're doing something for your country, and you represent your country at the world's highest sporting stage. So this is the best respect you will ever get.
That's true. I think we all were very proud when you represented India. When you had the flag in your hand, I think we all cheered very loud for you. It didn't reach your
Yeah.
ears, but it really did reach the neighbors. So it was one of the best memories for me also for 2022. In terms of struggle for winter sports, because winter sports still has a long way to go, right? Given that the infrastructure is not that great uh, anywhere in India, we're not built for winter sports as yet. But the government is taking a few actions, like there's G20, there's Khelo India Winter Sports now, and all of that. What do you think? What is the vision? Where should we go? What are the things that we can change, if at all, within Saanjha, and how can we go about it? We've had long discussions, but probably if we have to talk about one or two points that might change the future of winter sports in India, what would those one or two things be?
The basic thing to promote and support the winter sports athletes or overall winter sport is the infrastructure. If you would see, like since 3 years there has been positive changes, like government initiatives are there, like they projecting now to build more ski lifts, more ski slopes that will introduce the young kids and give opportunity to a majority of young children or adults, because what we have is very sufficient, like the infrastructure we kind of have in Kashmir that can only adjust to 1000 to 1500 people. So we now they take the initiative to build it to up to 5,000 people. Well, it could take another 3, 4, 5 years, but that doesn't mean like we had to stop it. The thing is, like, to support winter sports athletes who are ongoing athletes, actually, you need to train them, send overseas, train them in Europe, and actually ask them for their experiences, what we could do here. Like nowadays, it's so easy actually to hire people from other regions of the world that it is so much popular. If you talk about the Europe, it's so much popular. It generates so much economy there, even just doing the sports, because it has involved millions of people that go to do winter sports for 3, 4 months. But what is happening in Kashmir is kind of a primary setup is there. So now the promising thing comes up from the government, from the central government, is by introducing the winter Khelo India winter sports events, it actually promises to see the infrastructure upcoming.
Mhm.
So we could believe like in next 3, 4 years, there will be some kind of sort of infrastructure that will help promote and develop winter sports within this region and in the country. Could be one of the best.
That'll be fabulous. I think that's the journey we are hoping for winter sports. Probably 2030, we would have another Arif Khan and Arif Khan perhaps going to winter sports. I think that's the aim. That's where we are heading to. Uh, how's the married life going? I'm jumping from one topic to another. How's it going?
It's kind of like I would describe it in two ways. One is the best feeling to have wife and to listen to her. The other way is leaving your wife for some time and trying to make her understand that I will be back in 1 month or 2 months. And that's kind of struggle there to make her understand, like, while being away for training or races or like sometimes you just have to really be like understandable person with your wife to let her for 2 months or month and a half, which is quite difficult. So this is one of the difficulties. Otherwise, it's really the best thing you can have.
Right. So finally, would you want to give a message to the upcoming sports people who are facing challenges right now?
Believe in yourself, progress in keeping working hard. Actually, that will bring you towards a positive development. Sport is always there. Like there is always something, someone that will come up to support you if you are good. To actually, like what people do mostly is they leave things so quickly. They decide and leave things, and once they face any difficulties. So the best is to keep practicing, keep doing. Sport is always there. Like I would say when I needed sport, like you came up with Saanjha, the best idea, like to support the young athletes in Jammu and Kashmir, that actually helped me to reach towards my goal. So for others, there is always someone, but to work hard is the best message to overcome of difficulties and bring yourself up with a positive development.
Thank you, Arif. Actually, at Saanjha, our mission is to help provide equal opportunity and access to grassroots athletes through our community. So we are an NGO and we aim to empower at least 100,000 athletes by 2034. That's our North Star right now. Thanks for chatting with us, Arif. This was candid and insightful. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and being part of our community. Thank you.
Thank you.